Well, just weeks into the school year, campuses across Texas are confronting violent threats. Our stations around the state have reported at least 20 arrests in the last few weeks. All have been thwarted or found not to be credible, but this wave is stressing the urgency of school safety upgrades. Ryan Chandler reports on what lawmakers are trying to do.
Threats against the school and students on Snapchat.
A terroristic threat.
Campuses in a hold pattern today.
A teenager in another state made those threats to the high schools here.
Across Texas, threats thwarted.
He wanted to blow up Progresso High School.
At least 20 students and outsiders arrested, some possible attackers, just weeks into the school year. An early wave of worry for Texas students already on edge, placing some campuses on high alert. In Austin, lawmakers tasked with school safety take a hard look at what they have and haven't done. Tracy King represents Uvalde.
They want to do all of these things. They want to put in all these security measures, but they need the money to do that.
Last year, the legislature passed a major school safety law requiring security upgrades and an armed officer on every campus. Schools are on boards, but they don't have the money. The state didn't pay for their mandates. The law provides $15,000 per campus. The officer alone could cost at least 4 times that. Some schools forced to choose between security and education.
It's not a realistic approach. It means we're going to pull resources from the classroom.
Texas has the money. Some say it's a matter of priorities.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. But if it saves one life, if it makes the environment, education is safe, and for the child and the teacher and the other personnel there, it's worth the dollars.
As a society, we have to decide whether we want to do that or not. And if we're going to do it, then let's do it.
Ryan Chandler, KXAN News.
And DPS urges all Texans to report suspected threats to their iWatch Texas app. All reports are confidential and reviewed by law enforcement analysts. Now, to add to these reports, 2 Hayes CISD high schoolers are now charged with felonies related to school threats. Administrators alerted KXAN to an arrest this morning after they say a student made a verbal threat. The other student is accused of making a threat yesterday. That student is actually facing 2 felonies after the district says they lied to investigators, blaming another student who was not involved. There have been 5 arrests related to threats at Hayes CISD in the last 2 weeks.